Well, this Sunday, CNN Films presents an incredible documentary, 9/11, 15 years later. Producers captured the only known video from inside the World Trade Center during the attack. I want to show you a preview, though. Just want to warn you, some of it is tough to watch.
It was just before 10 o'clock. A little over an hour since the first plane hit. Firefighters from all over the city were inside those towers. Hundreds of them.
I remember I'm filming Chief Pfeiffer, and he's on the radio.
That sickening rumbling, of course, was the other tower collapsing. Denis Leary is going to introduce the film on Sunday night. I spoke to him earlier. This film is so extraordinary that it really takes you inside what happened through the eyes of the firefighters. Why do you think it's important for people to see it?
I think it's a living document, right? My kids are 26 and 24, and they were very young when this happened, and they were aware of it happening. But I think for them, this kind of movie becomes a forever document.
Right. Well, it's also incredible when you think, I mean, there's a generation of people who have grown up after that who don't have, who didn't live through it, who don't have a direct memory of it. And so this kind of a film, it becomes all the more important.
Yeah, and it would have been powerful in its own right, but the fact that they have footage inside one of the buildings, there's so many images in this thing that even now when I see it, and I lose track of how long it's been, but it's still for me is a very present memory, and I live downtown, so I see that building every day.
I just remember the days and weeks afterward, that sense of this extraordinary kind of bond between people in New York. I mean, I remember being in a restaurant where getting breakfast, and there were some firefighters there, and everybody, when they came in, everybody stood up and applauded. And it was just this incredible feeling like that I'd never had in New York before. I'd seen it overseas in some war zones, but sort of this sense of we've been attacked and people bonding together.
Yeah, it was. I still remember that, and also the streets. How the streets, as we all went about whatever we had to do over the next few days after that. That was. It was almost like a meeting ground. Like you just go when you walked out of your apartment. Even if you were just going to get a cup of coffee, it's all anybody talked about, and also sharing stories about people who might be missing or stories that related to firefighters or police officers. So I remember that feeling really well. I also remember, a few months later, getting the finger from somebody finally and actually thinking to myself, oh my God, we're getting back to normal. Right. Because it was almost like people don't understand that don't live here, what that felt like. And also at the same time, a sense of pride about being a New Yorker and about how well we responded.
Well, also, just you see in this film just the extraordinary bravery of these firefighters and police officers and first responders who, they're rushing in and they're going up the stairs and all the lives that were saved as well. I mean, there were the lives that were lost, but thanks to them, they got people out.
That's the thing that people don't talk about enough. Is it's actually the most extraordinary fire service day in the history of the fire service. What those guys did that day, how many people they brought down or assisted down, how many people they brought out of those buildings is amazing. And we dwell on the people that we lost, as we should. But you think about and all the evidence that we have, certain radio interplay and stories that we have about what guys were doing that day. The last time another firefighter heard from them or saw them. It's really amazing.
Well, also at, great, not only risk, but obviously in the aftermath of going through, trying to find survivors, combing through the rubble, the wreckage. For days and days, just breathing in that smoke, breathing in that toxic air, and without masks, without respirators, without.
Yeah, and then you have stories like a friend of mine, Timmy Higgins, was one of the guys who died that day, a firefighter, and his family is all firefighters, his dad and his two brothers, Joe and Bobby. So they're looking for their brother at Ground Zero as firemen. I mean, that's deep.
Do you worry that people will forget about that day?
No,
What
I
happened?
don't. I'll tell you what, I avoided going to the museum and the plaza. I went to film the first day of the narration for this thing, and I had to stand at the pools and deliver some narration, and then go into the museum itself. And
And that was the first time?
first time for me, and I was very conflicted about that, going down in the morning. But I have to say, the sound of the water and the waterfall and the pools made me feel calm. And when I went into the museum, it's extraordinary. So I think it's impossible for that to happen.
For it to be forgotten?
Yeah, ever.
And I certainly think a film like this is part of that remembrance.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
yeah. I think this is so powerful, and it's a living document. It's. I think forever. I mean, I think the next generation of kids will watch this as well.
Yeah.
So,
Well, thank you so much.
thank you, man,
Sure.
for having
Thanks.
me. Appreciate it.
Well, this Sunday night, I mean, it really is an extraordinary film. I hope you watch 9/11 15 years later.